everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Louisa. I am a second year medical student at the University of Cambridge. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about my own personal motivations for studying medicine and where I see myself taking the degree in the future. I just think it's quite interesting because a lot of people obviously are on YouTube studying medicine, but medicine is such a broad kind of career and we can each take our own path with it. So I just thought I'd tell you what I'm currently thinking and where I see myself going. So let's get into the video and I hope you guys enjoy it. Before I really get into the nitty-gritty of my motivations and where I see myself going with my degree, I thought I would firstly give a massive shout out and big thank you to the lovely people at Louisa who have sent me the most gorgeous jewellery in these lovely little bags. Louisa is a jewellery company that makes carbon and water neutral pieces. All the jewellery they've sent me is so lovely. I got some earrings, a necklace and a ring, which I will show you in a minute. Basically, the main reason I'm mentioning them not only is because they've been so kind and gifted me these pieces, but it's also because it does tie into kind of the theme of my video. I'm very much passionate about going into medicine so I can help people, but there's not really any point helping the people if there's no planet for them to live on first. So in order to protect the planet and save as many lives as possible, we need to start making those changes now, like literally now. We do have a climate crisis going on. One way you can help is by making sustainable choices when you're shopping for new pieces. I generally speaking don't buy new items, so it was so lovely of them to give me these pieces. They are doing a buy one get one 40% off sale at the moment and I will link it down below. But yeah, as I've said, they are completely carbon and water neutral in their products. So they are massively helping the fashion industry to become a much more sustainable place. If you want to buy new products, this is a great place to start. And you can expect to see me wearing these in upcoming videos from formals and lovely events I go to, and probably just in my day-to-day as well. So I'll quickly show you what they've given me. I've been given these drop pave earrings, which I've styled kind of through my multiple piercings, but you can put them through the single hole, you can have them through 2 or 1 or whatever. They're very flexible pieces and I love them. They also quite nicely go with this amazing kind of teardrop necklace, which I love. Again, it's kind of gold and it's got this diamond in it, and then this ring, which is kind of a double helix like shape, and I absolutely love it because it's the STEM student in me loving the DNA shape. So all the pieces are lovely, and again, a massive thank you to them, and I will link down below for that buy one get one 40% off sale. So without further ado, let's get on to the main topic of the video, which is my motivations for studying medicine and pursuing a career in the NHS. So as I've just mentioned, the NHS is a big bit of medicine for me. I think my relationship with the NHS started when I was very small, and it's been there throughout my life. It's always been a big part of my life, but obviously the last 2 years, all of the key workers and healthcare staff in the NHS have done such a fantastic job at taking care of everybody. They've still been kind of teaching new medical students, teaching nurses. It's been insane how much work the NHS has done for us in the last 2 years, and I just want to give back. But obviously I started uni when we were in the middle of the pandemic. I decided before then that I wanted to go into medicine, so it's not just the pandemic that's had an impact on me. There's been loads of things before that point. My dad has osteoporosis, so he's had quite a lot of work done on building his bone density back up thanks to the NHS. My brother's got Down syndrome, so when he was born, he was on kind of young baby life support, and I've had some inpatient experiences with the NHS as well. Lots of blood tests. Most of us have had lots of blood tests from the NHS. I am one of those people. So I had a lot to give back, and this is one way of me doing that. The other element of medicine specifically, rather than just being like a nurse or a healthcare practitioner in another setting, is that with medicine and being a doctor, you have the ability to make decisions that have knock-on effects for the patient. So it's quite an important role in that your decision will influence their entire, or could influence their entire progression through the NHS. So from day one in primary care as a GP or in the emergency department to in secondary care, much more specialised, what you do as a practitioner will influence where that patient goes next. And that to me is a very exciting prospect. The fact that you can apply logic and problem solving to determine the outcome of someone's life and hopefully make an improvement for them is just such an amazing thing that's unique to medicine. Another thing is that it opens so many doors and doesn't really close any. So when I was doing my GCSEs, I loved the fact that I could take 10 different subjects and do kind of science, art, maths, history. I loved all of it. It was a struggle to choose A-levels that I thought would give me opportunities in the future that didn't shut too much down, because you can only take 3 A-levels and then that kind of determines what degree you do and that determines what future you have. And medicine is a career that, although people associate it with very much sciencey subjects, you know, maths, biology, chemistry. There's certainly elements of art, elements of history, and elements of kind of English and creative thinking within the medical degree and a career as well. So for example, I've got these lovely drawings behind me of anatomy, and that takes both medical understanding and good art history skills. Surgery is kind of an art form in my opinion, so being able to suture someone up in a way that makes the scars heal lovely and like kind of unnoticeable, that is a form of art in my opinion. And there's so much we can learn from the history of medicine as well. So it's kind of a very rounded subject, even if predominantly on the surface it looks like very sciencey. I think there's opportunity to do a bit of everything. It opens kind of educational doors, so you can be a teacher teaching younger students medicine, or you can be taught, so you can continue to learn as you develop your career. So there's so much going on with medicine, just like a whole bunch of things that inspired me to do it, and that's kind of partly my motivation. So coming on to where I see myself taking it in the future, this one is a bit tricky for me to explain because I don't have one thing in my medical degree that I absolutely love. I've kind of already hinted at it, and I love a lot. There isn't one thing. There's a few things I don't love, but there's a lot of things I do love, and choosing one particular field to go into would be very hard. So right now I'm keeping my doors very much open, as is the theme of this. And I'm considering something like GP, maybe emergency medicine and psychiatry. Those are three very broad subjects that affect so many people. You're working with all ages, all backgrounds. Everyone's affected by mental health as well as physical health, and GP, emergency medicine, and to an extent psychiatry all fit the bill for working with that kind of, I don't know, career path. So that's what I'm considering in terms of a traditional clinician route. It also depends on where I see myself taking my kind of less directly medical stuff. I've mentioned already that a big thing for me is contributing not only to making the lives of individuals better, but also making sure that the planet is a nice place to live, because what's the point of treating all the people if there's no planet for us to live on? I made a change a while ago. I became a vegan earlier on in last year. I swapped from buying new products to buying secondhand in terms of clothing and kind of homeware a while ago. Like I shop on Depop and Vinted a lot. As I say, it was a massive treat to get some new jewellery from Louisa. That's just so kind of them. But there's lots of other things we can all be doing, and no, not perfect. One thing I want to do is take that forward into my career. Healthcare isn't currently a very sustainable place. There's so much single-use plastic involved, and it kind of seems counterproductive to continue the way we're going with a service that burns through so much fossil fuel, uses so much plastic. That's just not a sustainable way to treat people, because if we're going to continue to destroy the planet, what that's going to cause is knock-on effects. You know, we're going to get more zoonotic viruses, more coronaviruses, more pandemics, more problems for healthcare. You know, it fuels the cycle and it's redundant. Everything is redundant. So I think alongside being a GP or a practitioner or working in surgery, being able to have an impact on decision making and policy making to make sure that healthcare becomes a more sustainable thing, that's something I'm also really passionate about. So maybe something that allows me to do part-time working maybe with the WHO or the UN or any kind of policy board, anything that allows me to make some kind of healthcare policies that make sure that the NHS becomes greener in the future. That's definitely something I would consider doing. And yeah, that's kind of it. So I look forward to being able to keep going with all of the creative things I do, as well as policy making, decision making, and then just day to day looking out for patients and doing that very traditional practical side of medicine. So I hope you guys thought that was interesting and enjoyed hearing my own story behind the medical degree. And final reminder that you can use the link below to find the 3 items that I've been gifted by Louisa. Their buy one get one 40% off sale is also on at the moment, so make sure to check them out if you want some sustainable pieces for you or a friend, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye guys. So I've mentioned already that I am a massive person, I've mentioned already that a big thing I have mentioned already that a big thing, I can't speak.